So if you're new to the channel, I call all my subscribers dragons. Was smoking all my dragons. Divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. And I'm about to see the differences between American Halloween and Canadian Halloween, since we're only, 2 days away already, because time just has been flying. Like we've been in Back to the Future, just hopping in that, what is it called, the DeLorean. Just zoom, 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 zoom. Before you know it, we're gonna blink, and it's gonna be 2 days to Halloween in 2023. Like, time is just flying, right? But original link will be in the description. Let me give a shout out to this. Let's see. Adventures in Naps is her YouTube channel. So original link will be in the description. Also, that link will lead to obviously her channel. And other than that, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell if you wish, and we're gonna hop right into this. Celebrate Halloween like a Canadian. Okay.
Hi everyone, it's me. So first off, this looks different. I bought myself a photography film light. As you can probably see, it looks like a ring in my eyes, like really freaking bright. And this isn't dim, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's too dark here in England to film just by the natural light like I used to. I used to sit in front of a window, but as you can see, this is what it looks like now, and it's too dark, so. And I have no tripod. So, the only way I can get it set up right now is propped up on the couch, with like a bunch of pillows behind it, kind of just like holding it up. So I'm sat on the floor. This is all I got right now. You know, I don't have.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta make something out of nothing. I know that very well, very well.
A production team. It's just me sat on the floor. This week I wanted to be relevant and talk about Halloween. Originally I wanted to talk about English Halloween, since this is what my channel is about, England, you know. If you didn't know, now you know. But then I realized like 90% of the people
Shout out to Biggie Smalls. And if you don't know, now you know.
That watch this channel are English. So I don't know why. That's cool. Like, I just thought it would be boring, but you know, hey, welcome. Instead, I wanted to share with you guys how to celebrate Halloween like a Canadian. So without further ado, let's go.
Let's go.
From what I can tell, this is just a generalization. Halloween is not that popular in England. I think it's getting more popular, but like in Canada, it is probably one of our most favorite holidays. Next to Christmas, it's Halloween. Everybody loves.
Same in America. Same in America, especially in the east, on the East Coast. You know, Northeast. You know, this is where Northeast. When you talk about Northeast, you got to talk about Salem, literally, from Hocus Pocus. You got to talk about like all this good stuff. You know, you got to talk about you know how much classics in New York. You know what I'm saying? Halloween. I mean, Halloween in New York is. Whew, come on, man. They parade them streets.
Loves Halloween. We go nuts. We go over the top. It's very intense. And so here are my top tips to help you celebrate Halloween like a Canadian. You need to think of your Halloween costume about a year in advance. You know, you want something relevant, maybe funny, something topical, but you need to give yourself a good year to get your idea sorted. After you...
In the U.S., it's more so like people, I would say people wait because so much it be trendy, right? At least now, like for example, I keep hearing people, you know, this argument about this Jeffrey Dahmer costume, which people are just stupid, right? People are stupid, but people usually wait till, and at least in America, like what's trending, you know, and they'll for the most part, and they'll kind of just spin off that, you know, like. Let's see what was popular in the summer. Stranger Things, you know, just so much.
Think up your Halloween costume. You need to make your costume. So you can either do the homemade or the store-bought or some sort of hybrid in between. In Canada, we have a special place called Value Village. Shout out to Value Village. I miss you. Value Village is a charity shop or a thrift store. Throughout the year you can just buy clothes and like knick-knacky stuff from them anyways, and they're like really, really cheap. But right around Halloween and sort of like honestly 3 months prior, they go crazy with Halloween costumes. So what I used to do was buy like
And we got Spirit, the Halloween store, which I got vlogs on that. You know, if you want to check out my channel, my vlog playlist on my channel, you'll find my Spirit Halloween store reactions. And that's as popular as it gets for Halloween out here as far as Halloween stores.
pieces of clothing from like their clothing section, and then buy like fake blood from their Halloween section, maybe a hat or a wig or some like plastic weapon, so you can kind of like piece your stuff together. Now just bear in mind, when you go trick-or-treating in Canada, you quite possibly are going to do it in the snow. That is a reality that we have to live with. So when you're buying your costume, buy it a little bit big.
And luckily, the weather has not been like this October. It's been mixy, we had our chilly days, but for the most part, it's been pretty decent. I've had days where, I've seen people outside with no shirt on. Facts.
So you can fit your snowsuit on underneath. Now, my mom was probably the queen of Halloween costume maker. She made me something crazy, just like crazy stuff. I'm talking, one year I was a mad scientist and she made me this like lab coat with like eyeballs and rats and spiders on it. She also sewed me this hat thing that looked like an exposed brain. So although it was very cool, it was also legitimately a hat for the winter. So even when it was snowing, I had this hat on. So cool thing, Mom. Another year I was like Cleopatra and she sewed this beautiful gold like neck piece, and she made me a skirt and this headdress that had like
Nah, if you ever see this video, your mom is the truth. She's awesome.
A little snake on it. Another year I was a dead cheerleader, so we bought clothes, I think from Valley Village, and I bought this like fake skin stuff that you put on your face and you spread it and it looks like your skin's falling off, and then just like fake blood. Just fake blood everywhere. Next step, buy all the candy. Just go nuts. Just assorted chocolate and chips and chewy crap. Just go wild. You're then going to need to decorate your house. And
yeah, sounds about American as far as the go wild part. I mean, y'all think I'm joking? Like, this is nothing, bro. Like this that's just one bag. I have numerous bags over here. Like, and I still don't feel like I have enough at all. And I don't eat candy, right? But this is all for, you know what I'm saying? These are leftovers that I made goodie bags out of. Like, y'all think this is a joke? Do y'all think this is a joke? It's not.
true Canadian ways to go over the top, just go nuts. So I'm talking fake spider webs, fake blood, fake skulls,
I'm excited because this actually just motivated me to decorate today. I've been so busy doing so much that I have not decorated at all.
Driveway. We used to play really scary music we got from the dollar store that genuinely gives me anxiety just thinking about it. It was just like heartbeat noises and like just We also used to do, again, this was my mom's idea because my mom's incredible, an old pair of sweatpants of my dad's and stick two like little wooden poles through them, then stuff them full of bunched up newspapers, and then like put shoes on the end. So we had like fairly realistic looking legs, and every Halloween we'd put them someplace different. So one year we had them sticking out from the garage door, like the garage door had come down on my dad. And the other time we had them sticking out of the, like, oh my God, I can only think of the English word, the bonnet. What do you call that? The hood. And so then we'd have like the little kids coming up trick-or-treating and be like, oh, there's somebody stuck in your garage door. Like, there's somebody stuck. And I'm like, yeah, you know, that's my dad. He's been out there for a few hours. I also remember going trick-or-treating and people would turn their back garden into a haunted house. So there'd be like strobe lights and people would jump out at.
That's crazy. I really thought about doing that this year. I did. I didn't have the time, but I did think about that. As far as the backyard and making like a trail that led to the shed, and even just having a lot of candy in the shop. Like I had all these ideas, but I did not get around to it. You know what I mean? It's not too late. It's not too late.
At you, and it's all just things that people have made themselves, and it's just, you need to just go over the top. You're gonna need to carve a pumpkin. Duh. If you're like me, aka...
Yeah, I didn't do that either. Where have I been? But in America, that's, obviously that's super big in America. So, I mean, Canada and America are sounding very similar. Like, very similar as far as how they celebrate Halloween.
a giant baby, you might get your mom to scoop out the guts. The cold, clammy, stringy pumpkin guts. Because that's what moms are for. You're also gonna need to watch a bunch of scary Halloween movies. They start playing them on TV basically right after like the back to school crap is over. It's Halloween immediately. For me personally, I always...
Same thing. Yep, America right after. As soon as it hit, they say what they say. They say the whole September is the day before Halloween for us, pretty much. Halloween's the whole October in America. It's the whole October.
always watch Hocus Pocus. I actually...
Hocus Pocus, of course. I remember when I first got one of my puppy, and the whole day. I mean, for like literally 13 days straight, I had Hocus Pocus playing. Like I just couldn't shake it. It was just, and I just had my puppy. It was awesome. And then Hocus Pocus 2 just dropped. So, now we have Hocus Pocus 1. And then right after, if you get tired of Hocus Pocus 1, you got Hocus Pocus 2. But in America, you already know. Like I said, Salem. I mean, I'm from the Northeast. So, Salem. Which I wanted to go there I gotta, listen, I'm gonna mark that on my calendar. I gotta get there next year, Salem, Massachusetts.
watched it back in September because I was getting pumped for Halloween back in September. But just watch any of your favorite Halloween movies and just freak yourself.
Let's not forget, A Little Vampire. Or no, no, no. Yeah, is it called A Little Vampire? I think it's called The Little Vampire. There's many that I feel like are not talked about like that. How are people forgetting Halloween Town, bro? Like Halloween Town. I have not heard people talk about Halloween Town. Um, what else? Got Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, uh, the Little Vampire. Um, I don't know why my mind is not like I don't know why my mind's not there right now, but there's so much. There's so much. Like, you know what? I'm gonna end up doing like a top 10 Halloween movie reaction tonight. Seriously, because now I'm disappointed in myself.
Out. Of course, you need to break out that Ouija board and traumatize yourself and your friends.
Yeah, that's another thing in America. I personally have never dealt with a Ouija board ever in my life, but I have a lot of friends who have. So everybody be safe. That's the best thing I could say. But in America, yes, kids in America from the beginning of time like to experiment in America um, with a lot of different things. American kids, when it comes to Halloween, this is an opportunity to have an excuse to do a lot of experimenting in America. So Canada and America, extremely similar, right? With Halloween here.
A Canadian childhood is not complete until you traumatize yourself with an Ouija board at Halloween in somebody's basement. And of course, you
I don't recommend, but hey, hey.
need to eat into a comatose state. Just as much candy and chocolate and absolute garbage that you can get your hands on.
Okay, I hate to say this. It's American culture for sure, but man, yeah, I don't want them two figs. That's all I'm gonna say. I had to learn the hard way. Yeah, I don't want them two figs. Yeah, I don't want that smoke. I'm telling you, yeah, I don't want that smoke.
To eat all of it until you're just on the floor in absolute agony. And I mean, I guess you have to save some for the trick-or-treaters. What my mom used to do was she would buy extra boxes. So there'd be like a box for our family, and then the rest would be like trick-or-treaters. And when we used to go trick-or-treating, me and my best friend, we would use pillowcases. So you
Yeah,
go out for like
yeah, that's so American too. Like the pillowcases, the pillowcases, man. I mean, I remember there's this one kid in class. Shout out to Troy Simpson, that was my boy. But I remember he was like, we was in like elementary school, and you know how kids compete. I got a big, garbage, or I got a garbage bag. Oh, I got a pillowcase. And I remember he was like, "Oh, I'm bringing I bring a garbage can trick or treating." Yeah, like it was just funny. It's like kids are not looking back. It's like kids are just hilarious. But yeah, pillowcases. You were. If you were a kid with that pillowcase, you was pretty. You was the man. You was the man. You and your crew with the pillowcases going trick or treating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was shining. Yeah, I was shining. So that's definitely some. It's similar. Canada and America. So
an hour, you fill the pillowcase up, you come back home, you dump the pillowcase out, and you go back out. So it's not too heavy, and you got some more space.
okay. See, we was literally filling it up. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even remember going back home and just. Sir, I remember filling it up and literally, like, I'm serious, really carrying it. I remember filling it up, man.
To get your chocolate. I mean, I take trick-or-treating very seriously. Of course, if you're too old to go trick-or-treating, yeah, your life is basically over. Otherwise, if you're not going to end it all, you can buy tickets to like a really overpriced Halloween dance party club type thing. You wear your costume, you get really sweaty, and like makeup is like streaking off your face and stuff. But it's Halloween, so
Sounds like America.
that's okay. And finally, when you eat all that candy, you need to start thinking about your costume for next year. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy Halloween. Enjoy Halloween, definitely. And until next time, bye.
Okay, so that was an awesome video. Shout out to Adventures and Nabs. Awesome video, right? But there was something she missed that is, you know, I mean, maybe she didn't miss it. Maybe in her culture, over in Canada, it's not. But in America, I have to say this. Like, and I didn't get to do it this year either. I don't know I just been so busy. But haunted houses. I didn't hear her say anything really about like going to like haunted houses. Like, like there's so many America. We about them haunted houses around Halloween. Like that's big. That's big. So I didn't get the last one I went to was called Reaper's Revenge. Um, that was fun. I'm not even gonna. That was turned up. But haunted houses, y'all. That's the thing. But as far as the comparisons, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, similar. Everything she said, we do same thing. Only difference I say is they're already planning their costumes for next year. It's more so people really wait and see what's trendy. What's trending out throughout the summer. And you see a lot of. I mean, Americans are crazy, man. They'll reenact. They'll somehow make costumes of DNA and diseases and whatever. Yeah, I mean, if you ever were to go to New York City, like Halloween, and see people actually like walking around, in them parades they have, parading the streets, you're gonna see costumes you didn't think you would ever see. I mean, I'm serious. You're gonna see costumes that will blow your mind away. I'm sure it's like that in pretty much every major city in America around Halloween. I've never been to like, um, I've never really been to other cities on Halloween, but and what's crazy is in New York, right? Like right now, if you were to go to Times Square, there's always this one guy. And for those that's been around this time, been in New York City, there's always this one guy that dresses up just like the Penguin Man off Batman. Yeah. I mean, just like him, sounds like him. I mean, it's he everything about him is just like Penguin Man. Like it'll blow your mind away, right? So, but with that being said, man, shout out to Canada. Where my Canadians at, man? Drop them comments. But with that being said, I'll be back with more soon. Original link in the description. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Happy Halloween. And I want to say shout out to her because she honestly just inspired me to get creative. Like, I'm going to put together a 10 best Halloween movie react video. You know, I'm gonna get in the spirit, like really, really get in the spirit, you know. So shout out to her. Seriously. That video is awesome. It inspired me. Much love. I'll be back with more soon, yeah.